yeah. After this series was viewed, the Law Students Association, the Black Law Students Association of Columbia, began to protest and let the facility know that, hey, she needs to go. Like, we don't want to be instructed by this individual, knowing that she did this injustice to these boys at the time, to these men now. So yeah, she resigned. And
is there any sign of her anywhere? Or
no,
she just left
face
of the earth
to go ghost.
She just left.
Wow.
But it's kind of sad because I feel like people are still minimalizing what happened to these young men, to these men. I know the Daily News quoted it saying this controversy over the conviction of these men caused the resignation of Elizabeth Lederer over the release of a fictionalized version of events called When They See Us. Just the use of the word fictionalized, now you're saying it's just a figment of their imagination. Like,
right, yeah.
They just made the story up.
Yeah.
But anyway, that is showing you that we do have power as a people, as a unified community. We can get stuff done. Like these law students got her to resign. Think of all the things that we can do if we decided to, congeal and move together as one.
And they did it without hurting people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the beautiful
they just
thing.
were persistent and consistent. So yeah. Also, one last thing. There was a small movement going on earlier this week. I don't know if you guys listened to the Breakfast Club at all. They started what is called Black Men Don't Cheat Day. Right, and I think that was like Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah,
I thought it was cheesy, but it's actually pretty cool. It's a movement trying to get people to empower black men, or black men to empower each other by saying black men don't cheat, trying to put that out there, change the narrative about black men and
always being cheaters.
Exactly, or just men in general. And I thought that was pretty dope. There's a song out by a gentleman named Lil Duval.
Yeah.
Called Black Men Don't Cheat. Pretty cool song. Check it out.
He's crazy. Just to let you know.
I'm all about empowerment of our people, specifically our black men. They need to be loved on a little bit more. So big ups to y'all on the Black Men Don't Cheat movement. So that's what's up. That is the drip.
Good stuff.
All right, guys, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. You're listening to The Drip. Hey guys, it's your girl Nick,
Ms. Mar,
and you're listening to The Drip,
discussing real issues and perspectives.
Tune in every Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern.
You can find us at Instagram at The Drip Podcast 19, Facebook The Drip PCast 19, Twitter The Drip _NM, Tumblr at The Drip PCast 19.
Drop us an email at thedrippodcast19@gmail.com.
Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe
on iHeartRadio, Spreaker, Google Play Music, Spotify, iTunes, TuneIn, and SoundCloud. Don't forget your coffee. Keep it locked. The Drip.
It's the smoked turkey ribs. It's the sauce. It's the service. Triple S, Smoky Sweet Soul. Are you looking for a quick bite to eat for lunch? Or maybe someone to provide food for your next get-together or meeting? Why don't you try Smoky Sweet Soul? Our award-winning cuisine is certain to hit the mark. Call us at 216-338-0518 for catering or to schedule the food truck to come to your job or special event. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, or at www.smokysweetsoul.com. That's SMOKYSWEETSOUL. Everybody loves it. Smoky Sweet Soul. Come hungry, leave happy.
Create eye-catching designs that will make your apparel top of the line. The possibilities are endless with Ski Tees and Apparel.
No order too large or small. One item or hundreds. No problemo.
With quick turnaround times, no setup charges or hidden fees, and rush services to fit your needs.
Customize your look today by calling 440-462-9401. Again, that's 440-462-9401. Ski Tees and Apparel at skiteesapparel.com.
You're listening to the Drip Podcast with Nick and Mar. Keep it live.
Wake up, kick back, relax, take a break this morning. Ease your mind and your soul after morning yawning. Get your mug, get your joke, get your tea, get a grip. Take a sip, you listen to the Drip.
Hey everybody, we're back. We're fooling around here.
What was that?
We're fooling
Gremlins?
around.
That's what
Listen,
she sound like.
Wow.
we're celebrating fathers this week, and we are teaming up with Love on the City to celebrate some amazing men, mothers, daughters, sons. They're sending letters to Love on the City. To oh my God!
It was that important. It had
Right.
to be repeated.
It had to be repeated.
Fathers. That's
Yeah.
right. It has to be repeated.
And they're celebrating their uncles, their dads, their granddads, and I think it's a pretty dope
Husbands.
thing. Yeah, husbands.
Yes.
I think it's a pretty dope thing. So, with that being said, Mar, take it away.
All right, so here's our letter for today. Greetings. This recognition for fathers is very admirable. I am honored to share an amazing man with the world. My husband has been an advocate for young boys even since he was a teen. Before my husband and I had children of our own, he always had his nephew and mine. He has a passion to inspire young boys to live beyond limits. When we were blessed with children, one boy and one girl, we both were young, scared, but elated. My husband did not grow up with consistent, positive male role models that were active in his life. Unspoken fears has not stopped him from being determined to aspire for greater regarding young men in his life and the community. My man's heart is a reflection of God. When a crisis arose, we chose to take in 4 of his brothers. We were in our early 20s with 2 small children, trying to figure marriage and life out. Nevertheless, we expanded our 2-bedroom apartment and 1-income family. My husband and I had no clue how to work our family with no support system but God. I will tell you, my husband has been through some of the most unimaginable situations, but finds optimism in them all. This man is a humble, fun-loving, giving, sexy, hard-working, God-fearing being. He is currently a deacon in training and armor bearer at our church. I just want to bring light to even when you aren't raised by a father, you can still be a great one. This spectacular man's name is Eddie Scott. He is loved and appreciated beyond eternity. Sincerely, Taisha Scott, proud wife. Dope stuff, Taisha.
That was hot.
We salute you.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Great
Salute.
dad.
Mr.
Salute.
Eddie Scott. Thank ya.
Mr. Eddie Scott.
Big ups, Mr. Scott.
Yeah.
Eddie Kane. Eddie Kane.
One of the greatest movies ever.
Yes, yeah. All right, so let's get into the conversation. We, just a random show today. We had some burning topics that we wanted to talk about, and we're going to get into it.
Talk about it.
Get into it. So, Mara, I like the question that you posed.
Let's talk about it.
So, do you think it's okay for people to be in a committed relationship?
Yeah. Married or just, or not.
Married or not, dip out for a couple months.
Yeah.
Come back like nothing ever happened.
Right.
Well, okay, here's the thing I
Go
always
ahead.
go to. Marriage rules are different than when you're just dating.
Okay, let's take it separate. Let's do just dating first.
Okay, just dating. If you decide to dip out,
Okay.
dip.
But if you're in a committed relationship, you can just dip like that? Like a serious committed relationship.
When you say dip, like leave without saying anything?
Like, I'm trying to get myself together. I'll get back with you in a couple of months, and then we can, rehash things again.
Oh, yeah, I think that's fine.
Yeah, you're the wrong person to ask.
Definitely.
Oh,
I do it all the time.
O's in his phone. He's not
Clearly.
paying attention.
I'm definitely paying attention. I just don't know exactly how to answer that. I don't think it's right that you would take off for that. What are you leaving for? What are you leaving to? If you leave, you open yourself up to things that have consequences that could be lasting for years.
Right.
Not just for yourself. I mean, you can get involved in things that are just horrible for you.
Right.
But you leave exposed the house that you've left.
Mm-hmm.
And whether it be the man or the woman, there's no way to foresee how many things will come from that poor decision. And I call it a poor decision simply because if you're not here to watch my back and I'm not there to watch your back,
right.
then who has your back?
Right.
So I think it's a bad idea. It literally is, you're tying your own hands and leaving everything exposed that you've worked so hard to get for a couple of months.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of months can change the trajectory of your life forever.
Right.
But you're just dating, right?
You're just
There's no
dating,
such
but
thing
if
as
you're
just
committed,
dating.
If you're in a committed relationship, so we're talking serious.
Serious.
Over a year or
Yeah.
two, over 2 or
if
3.
you guys are living together, doing like basically playing house, like you're going to get married, like
yeah,
playing
you
house,
decide
quote,
to
unquote.
dip. I need to know what you
Yeah.
trying to dip into
I feel like
outside of us.
That just needs to be some kind of communication. Like, hey, this is what I need to do. This is why I'm doing it. I'm not doing that. This is what I'm doing. This is why I need to do it. And either we establish the open rules,
Okay.
or we set some boundaries and then go from there. But
Okay, but what if nothing is set? You just pack your, like, I need to go. I'll see you in a
well,
couple
then
of
you
months.
can't be mad when some stuff happens that you know, or you come back to a different situation.
Okay.
Yeah, because
You
you're
can't be
definitely going to come back to
Yeah.
a different situation.
You
Okay,
can't-
so you don't want, like, I'm speaking because there's somebody that I know that's going
Of
through
course. Of course.
So-
Right. I
Oh,
don't want to say no
yes.
names. No names.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
No names. So you want, like, the person wants everything to be the same when they come back.
Nah, that's not gonna
No,
work.
that's not going to happen.
Okay.
Because what are you dipping into? You've been dipping into somebody else and you think you're going to come here and
Right.
everything's going to be the same?
Right.
No. Bye. Boy, bye. Girl, bye. Whoever,
Right.
bye. No.
Right.
It's not
So-
going to happen like that.
Okay, so let's flip side. Let's do it from the marriage side. Can you pack your bags and say, I'll catch you in a couple of months?
No, you can pack your bags. Yeah, pack your bags. Because that's what it's going to be.
I feel like there still need to be a conversation.
No, in marriage, there's no
You
conversation.
can't just up and leave.
Yeah, I mean, there's no conversation about leaving when you're married.
Okay.
There's no conversation.
So
But
let me
wait, does
explain.
that?
Well, there is. It's called counseling.
Yeah.
Because clearly at that point, someone needs to intervene.
Clearly, at the point where you decide that you think it's okay to dip out and come back, you're way past counseling. It's
Right.
time for you to pack your bags
No,
and go
no,
and do
Nick,
what you
that's
want
no,
to do.
Nick,
Might
that
be
ain't
jumping on that one.
ain't
No.
fair. Nick, that ain't fair.
No.
Because it's an emotional maturity experience where clearly that person has not thought about all of the consequences. Had they been presented those consequences, there's a reason why the phrase 2020 is perfect vision or hindsight is vision, good vision, 2020, whatever. But you have to consider that everybody doesn't grow at the same rate.
Okay.
And there's so many different areas of our lives that can make us feel like I got it in this area. And because I got everything together over here, you think you got everything together
Until
over
you in it.
here.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
And now you're having to deal with someone else's emotions, someone else's experiences, and they might be more mature than you in relationships.
Okay.
And they might be able to help you see the decision you're about to make can destroy your everything. Because it's not just your marriage. I mean, perfect example, I was watching the program called The Black Godfather on Netflix.
Awesome
That is
documentary.
a dope documentary. I mean, the coldest. The brother tells, his name is Clarence Avant. He gets a phone call from, I think he's the CEO of Sony, a brother that had a great opportunity. And he calls Clarence and says, hey, man, you know, I think I might have to get a divorce.
Okay.
Clarence just starts cussing
went
this
off on
dude.
this
He said,
dude.
you what? He says, yeah, man, I'm thinking I'm about to get a divorce. And he was expecting Clarence to be like, yeah, man, I understand, you know, get some support, right? Clarence Avant went off so hard on his brother, cussed him. I said, man, you got... And this kept going on. But he said, man, listen, you got me so messed up. He started crying on the phone. He said, man, I got to hang up. And he hung up. The whole point behind it was when he left, if he had left his wife, the ramifications would have extended over